Hey, what it do is Diego. This is another episode of Onna Bean, and we have a special guest here today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Mariri and I am multidisciplinary artist. I do lots of different stuff and I also co-owner of a Good Soup production that we run with my husband.
Okay, that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So we're gonna get into the whole story. Definitely, like I said, everybody has interesting stories. But before we get into everything, I just want to go over some ground rules on what's going on. So on this platform, we got 3 rounds. Each round, you're going to get basic interview questions, but at the end of each round, you will get a spicy question. Okay? And
Okay.
you have the chance to either answer the spicy question or you can eat a jelly bean, a mystery bean. And this jelly bean is either going to be good or nasty. Depending on, it's all chance. So, but as the rounds progress, you have to eat more beans. So, with round 1, if you refuse it, 1 bean. Round 2, 2 beans. Round 3, 3 beans.
Okay.
All right. So before we start, I just want you to go a little bit more in detail about what you got going on to give them something like really tangible to kind of like take away from what you got going on, like any shows, any projects that you're working on, or anything like that.
I consistently work on some projects, consistently work on my art projects, but right now the main point is me and my husband, we run the new show that we call The Recipe. It's mostly musician-based show where musicians explain the lyrics, what they have in their songs, and yeah, you can learn a little bit more about musician of the Philly and Delaware-based artist. And we also have podcast that calls Good Soup After Dark. And yeah, we interview different people with the different stories. Someone who did something important and something interesting that you can learn something from their story and put this on your life and think about it a little bit. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we're gonna start off with round 1.
Okay.
Just want you to give some more of your backstory. So, were you born in Philly?
Nope.
Where were you born?
I was born in Ukraine, in a beautiful city called Dnipro.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, how was it growing up in the Ukraine?
It was fun. It's definitely probably not that you have here in America, but yeah, it was fun. It was mostly that I remember from my childhood. It's like summers and hang out with the friends and hanging on the trees. Like, not like bad way hanging, like
All right.
climbing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, what year did you move to?
I moved
Or to the States, I guess. in
to
general?
the States. I moved almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you came directly from Ukraine to Philly?
Not exactly. A little backstory. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia starts, if I believe, in 2021.
Okay.
And I was kind of lucky because year before this conflict, I won a green card. And yeah, me and my family, we moved from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, where we live at that point, to Poland, and then from Poland to Bulgaria. And from Bulgaria, I arrived by myself, unfortunately, to America, and my family right now in Canada. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, pretty close, but not too tight.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That's a lot of traveling.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of traveling. Is it similar to your husband? Like, this is the longest you've been like staying at like a place that's not Ukraine?
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I probably until this conflict and until this green card winning, I was only once outside of Ukraine. So it was a big step, especially that I learn English like step by step, but I was not that advanced. I don't say that I'm right now speaking English so well, but I have much worse situation, honestly, when I just arrived.
Right. So compared to your what was the language that Ukraine speak?
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that compared to English, do you
Yeah.
like? I know that you're like used to speaking it, but like just like grammatically, how do you feel about the way that the language is set up? Do you feel like your English, your language is easier to say something, or do you feel like America makes it more complex to say something? Because we do have some type of like things that are weird, but like what would you say?
Well, I must say that the Slavic language is definitely more complicated, but because I speak this language since I was like start talking, it's much easier for me to talk this language. But if we're talking grammatically, nope. Ukrainian and all Slavic languages, they are more complicated because English is much more logically correct. Like, how do you build a sentence? Every piece of the sentence on the right spot. Yeah, you have some weird stuff, some words like the letters that you not pronounce and stuff like this, but it's much less grammar that you can have if you learn Ukrainian or Russian or Polish or but Polish not like Belarus. Yeah.
So you were saying like it's basic the way that they sentence the structure. I mean, structure of the sentence is different. So you say like
I can put. So
what makes Ukraine harder? Because I'm trying to get an
okay,
understanding. Like,
okay. I will explain like this.
because I thought English was hard.
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
Because I seen
English-
a lot of people talk like, no, English is a hard language to learn.
It's not.
I'm like,
It's not easy. It's not
Okay.
easy when you learn like a second language. It's my English is my third language if we count like this. I speak Ukrainian, I speak Russian, and I speak English right now.
Okay.
But for example, if English, you can say "I love you," and it's complete sentence. In Ukrainian, I can put "I" in any part of the sentence. I can say "love you, I," and it makes sense.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
Love I you, love you I. Look, you
Right,
can
right.
mix it, and it's still gonna have sense.
Okay.
And also, most of objects have a gender. Sometimes it's confusing my husband because I call refrigerator him, or like stuff like this.
So what determines the gender? That's I never heard of that. So what determines what makes the refrigerator him? Like I don't.
Actually, it's
Like why not a she?
you must have a question. So when you know the word and you ask the question, I give it to or like it's complicated. It's even complicated to explain because
right.
because you ask the question. It's like specific question to understand the gender, and also there's so much stuff. Every object that you can use have different options. So not options, more ways to use this object. Or like if you can say I walk, like you have like past, future, and present. We have in each one different types of like movements. So if I go, I went, like you have this, and you in the Russian and Ukrainian, you have much more different words to say the same action. And it's like, it's make language a little bit more colorful, if I can explain that. So you can, more poetry, and you can create much more different stuff. But at the same time, English is, because it's really strict, because it's like English people, you know, they are like really like this, and this must be like that. American English is a little bit more softer and a little bit more like a clay. So sometimes in a like, if not grammatically, if you're just speaking with someone, you can like a little bit take grammar away and people still understand you. You understand me, but I probably speak really crack it if we're talking grammatically.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like wow, that's different. Like that's definitely different. Like so yeah. So hopefully your journey of English could be less complicated than that. I understand why you're confused still. Like. All right. So I asked Jay earlier. Cats or dogs?
I must say dogs. I really love 3 cats that we have. They're all like different characters, and I love them all differently. But definitely dogs, because I like touching, scratching. I like holding. I like this. I like presence in my space consistently. Sometimes it can be annoying. I must say, sometimes I'm like, oh, cats is great. You just leave them. You don't need to walk them. Nothing. They're not asking for. I mean, our cat's asking for treats, but you know, they just do their stuff. They sleeping, they like stretching and go sleeping again. So,
they really do sleep a lot.
Yeah. But dogs is a little bit more. Some smart person tell me that cats can be around you, but dogs will be with you. So it's like cats just around you, they like you, they can let you be in their space, but dog is like, I want for you be in my space. I want to be around you consistently.
Yeah, right. More clingy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the difference. And I believe the people who have cats and dogs at the same time, they just feel like, well, it's the love. It's like a question like you have lots of kids, and who's of the child you love more. Right. It's like I can't love this like in the same amount of love.
No, right.
It's like different because they all different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I forgot to ask Jay, like, what are the names of your pets? Because y'all got, you mentioned y'all got multiple, right?
Yeah. We have my dog. I said my dog. Right now it's our dog, but he's come from Ukraine with me. Okay. His name is Garrick.
Garrick.
Yes.
What does that mean? What is that a reference to? I'm not sure.
I mean, I think it's just his original name is Gallant, like in the dog passport.
Okay.
And a gallant sounds too gallanty, you know. Right. And I want something more like sweet to call him, some kind of sweet, and I call him Gary. It's like Gary, like Prince Gary, because he's British Bull Terrier. And I think Garrick fit him much more than anything a royal wants to tell you. And I get 3 cats from Jay, and he named them, and I believe their names really fits them a lot. So we have Weston, we have Emma, only one girl in this zoo, and we have Ben, but his full name Benicio. And how I understand, someone really fan of Benicio del Toro. Yeah, so we have a Benicio.
Okay. That's you said a zoo. That's crazy. Yeah, I bought a lot of cat food and dog food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they also need treats consistently.
Oh man. All right, cool. So I'm gonna ask one more question, and then we're gonna get into your first spicy question. Is that okay with you?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So before, I just want to talk quickly about is art important to you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I believe it's not even like about importance of art. I think it's like just in my blood. You can hide from it. I do art like since like I believe all the artists can say that. It's like, oh, I start to do this when I just start, I don't know, holding a pencil. I start to do art, and I believe I did too. But sometimes kids like drawing stuff and just grow up and forget about it, and I definitely not. So yeah, I prefer to believe that art is not like something like a hobby. It's like, it's my work, of course, but it's also something that I grown inside myself from childhood, and I'm never stopped to love it.
Okay.
It's really important. So yeah.
All right, cool. You want to talk more about it, or are you ready for the next the
I just don't know what to say. I just consistently try different stuff because art is really about everything, and I really like English word artist because most of people think when they say artist they mean painter or like classic painting art. But artist for me means person of the art. So person who do different types of art because it's art is huge. You can do anything. It's a graphic design, tattooing, interior, gardening. It's like everything, like music, like everything is art. And I believe I'm artist. So when I call myself artist, it means like I'm a person of the art. I want to try every type of art. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad, but I try, and I believe it's every type of art is art.
Yeah, we're going to get into your multifaceted art career.
Oh yeah.
All right, were you ready for the spicy question?
Spicy. Okay.
You ready? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so detail a time where you were publicly embarrassed, and how did you deal with it? Like everybody seen you do it. Everybody seen it. It took days and months to get over it.
Ooh, it's probably. Yeah, I think I can say that. I can say that.
You could before. You could eat a jelly bean. This is an option. You do not have to say it.
I don't have anything like crazy, but I try to just remember something and think like, oh, it's worth to say or not. But yeah, probably it's like a light spicy. So I will say, okay, I will share. In my childhood in a school time, I do like a school plays and theater in school. And once someone need me so much because during the school time, I have really good memories and I remember everything so fast. Mm-hmm. And someone invite me to the play, and I honestly don't really pay attention to learn words and script. And when I go on the stage, I totally forget everything. And I start to improvise. And no one except the teacher who give me the script and a couple kids who play with me in the scene don't know that I do something wrong. But I remember the eyes of that teacher who trust me that I'm gonna do it, and I'm not. I tried to avoid that teacher for a really long time. That was really awkward. Really, probably a couple months. I will try to avoid that teacher.
Okay, and that's how you coped with it. You was able to just avoiding her. That was
nope. I just believe they're gonna forget. They're gonna have lots of going on, so they're just gonna forget about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully this teacher can see this. You're like, why? Like, we could get her side of the story.
Yeah.
And see how she felt. Hopefully she didn't feel that.
I trust this girl, and she's just betrayed me.
Like, earlier you were speaking about, so we're in round 2 now. So you survived that round.
Okay, I survived.
That counts as an answer. We're in round 2 now, so I just want to talk more about your art, your path, and like what it means to you. You were saying that I didn't know that you was in theater. That's you got a lot of other art forms too.
I try to.
Yeah. So in total, like how many art forms would you say that you do? Because I know I seen you do painting.
Yeah, let's go count together.
All his tattoos.
Yeah, let's go count together because honestly, I never count what I do. So of course I do traditional painting. My first degree in my bachelor's degree is I'm a artist and textile artist, and I'm a weaver, so I know how to make the fabric and stuff like this with my hands. I am a photographer. I am videographer. I'm tattoo artist. I'm graphic designer. I do a play, a little bit like acting. Um, I try to learn how to play guitar. I'm sing a bit. I'm danced in the past.
Wow, this is a list.
Yeah, I think for now it's gonna be enough. I did a lot. I did a lot. Yeah.
That's great. So that's a lot of talent right there. And I know it would be like hard to pick, but like what one would you say you find the most joy in out of all the art forms?
I think the most relaxing, and I'm not really kind of give me the word because I try to like I go into my brain. It's like a trance. Huh? What'd you say? Kind of, yeah, like a flow state. Oh, when I'm painting. That's my relax work, and if it can be the only one that I am enjoying the most, it's going to be painting.
Painting.
Yeah.
Definitely seen a lot of paintings on a lot of the paintings is like the backdrop of like the sets that y'all have.
Yeah.
That's definitely pretty fire. So you say you do, that was a lot. I wasn't ready for all of that. So I seen like you do a lot of photography. You've been probably doing photography. Would you say been doing it the longest?
The longest?
Yeah.
I'm painter.
Painting's the longest?
Yeah.
All right. So I noticed like in your like photography though, like specifically, there's like, how can I ask this? Like I would say like this, like when it comes to your art, do you cherish nature or do you cherish architecture?
Architecture.
Architecture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I probably can't even answer why.
Yeah, that's the next question.
Interesting thing that nature it's beautiful. It's great. It's beautiful, but it's created by itself. So the planet create all of that. We not put our hands on it. But architecture, it's totally piece of art that you can use as a living space, as an office space. Just a beautiful looking building can make your city popular. You know what I mean? Like Philly have, like the center, everyone know, everyone recognize.
Right. Yeah.
It's the piece of art. So it's a great thing when you do the picture that you try to, because nature, I hope, if we do everything right, stays forever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's gonna grow, die, grow again. So it's gonna be forever. But this, like a building, for example, this person who make the project, people who build that, one day they just disappeared from this world. But their art gonna exist, and I believe that we need to cherish this and like be grateful that they create something good. If they create something bad,
yeah, that's right.
It's still art, but sometimes some buildings just created for like a space. Just we need a space where to like put the people to live. But sometimes it's a piece of art, and I believe we need to remember it, and we need to try to keep it as long as possible.
Okay. Oh, that was a very good answer. I wasn't expecting all of that neither. Okay. So would you say like, okay, so does New York look like your hometown?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, my hometown, definitely not. The capital of Ukraine, the Kiev, definitely not. Is totally different. And when I first come to New York and I see the New York, I believe I feel like I'm in a movie. I'm in a movie, and it's definitely from somewhere, from some corner. There's a camera paparazzis, and I'm just like, oh no, because it feels like, it smells like, it's breathed with money, like all this tallest buildings. When you like look and you like see like a little piece of sky so far away there.
Right.
But yeah, there's something interesting in it. But I recently actually joke around with my husband, and I said that if you take a picture in Philly, like in the center of Philly, when there's like skyscrapers and stuff, and show it to the person from Ukraine and say, this is New York, they're going to believe you.
Wow.
Because New York is huge, and probably only New Yorkers or like people who consistently see the same buildings again and again, because you can just go outside of the metro, looking around, sit back, go another part of like Manhattan, for example, come out and it's like, it's totally the same place. Like it's a little bit different color, but mostly glass and concrete. So
that is interesting. So like, so you spent some time out in New York?
A little bit, just to like tourist, just walking around. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. New York is a very, very big city, and like I could see why you would be like attracted to that city. Speaking of like the architecture, because it does have like some very famous architecture.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So I got one more question before we go to the end of the round.
Okay.
Lighthearted question. If you're comfortable with answering it, how did you and your husband meet?
I was uncomfortable before, but right now I'm pretty easy about it. We met in Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah. It was interesting, actually. Story. I shared the apartment with a couple girls.
Okay.
And they say, well, for you to learn English faster, you need to start talking English. Not with us, because one of the girls was Ukrainian, so it's kind of uncomfortable, because any moment I just like start to speaking different language, like my own language, right? I don't need to speak English if someone understand Ukrainian. So they say like, yeah, you need to start to talking to people. And that amount of people who want to see my feet, I probably never seen before in Tinder, but there never was as much interest to my toes. But yeah, my husband was, I'm moving different direction. My husband was only one who was more interested in me, like in a person. And we met there, we talked there, and we actually first met in Philly, in an art museum in Philly. So it was like, can you imagine, the only one guy who just say like, let's go meet, let's go to the date, and he takes me on a date to the art museum because he's figured, like, we're talking and he's like, oh, you artist, you probably want to see something interesting. So it was really, really romantic. And after that museum, we spent 12 hours just walking around the Philly. So we spent so much time together from a first day of Tinder date.
I think it sounded like it was actually more than that. It sounded like it was just like I don't know, like that sounds like some Destiny stuff, to be honest.
I believe
it's like for y'all to like both like art. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like it's kind of weird. Like that definitely is a crazy story right there. Like
yeah.
So.
I believe my husband, it was destiny, because he was the only one guy who from all this people that I tried to talk on Tinder, who I actually met. And after that, I'm just like, I delete the Tinder like next day after first date with him.
Yeah, like this is it. I'm Prince Charming.
Oh yeah.
Here,
oh
man.
yeah.
All right, so you ready for
a spicy?
You ready for the spice? A little
spicy. Bit of okay.
All right, so share a story where you staged or faked an emotional moment to get your way.
I need to explanation of it. I'm not exactly understand the question. You can just repeat the question. I will try to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share a story where you staged or faked an emotional moment to get what you want.
Now you explain. I was just
Right,
like, you
right, I was just
explain. Yeah.
Like, did you ever fake an emotion to get something from someone or get something your way? So, like,
A bean. A bean. A bean. I take two.
Take two, please. Double shot. Okay.
I definitely do. I just don't remember. I don't want to like remember this moment.
All right. So you want to pick or you want me to?
Yeah, pick me. Pick for me. Okay. Whoops. Okay.
Okay. So the yellow one
I have
that you have
yellow one.
is either top banana or wet dog.
Wet dog. It's my favorite flavor.
and, and the other one.
Sorry.
And the other one is toasted marshmallows or stink bug.
Oof. I will start with this lighter one.
Yeah, that is toasted marshmallows
Marshmallow.
or stink bug.
Okay.
The trash can is right there too. If you need,
Okay.
you need it. Just pull it close to you.
Okay. Here we go.
I be so confused with y'all. I don't know. Y'all are so. Y'all are really meant for each other. Y'all are
Definitely, it's definitely not bug. No.
okay.
No.
It's like y'all be breaking
Yeah, it
down the
tastes like
chemicals.
marshmallow.
Like okay, like it's
Yeah.
like it's some little bit of pepper.
And this one is my. I hope it's wet dog. I really want to try it. I really want to try. It's wet dog or what?
Top banana. Banana.
So just banana. Okay. It's a wet dog.
Would you like some peanuts or water to kind of clean your palate or anything? You
No,
good?
it's okay.
All right. It's definitely wet dog.
I can't say like what's banana, what's wet dog.
I don't know. I started.
And
to get confused. I don't know.
actually, our dog Garrick really likes banana, so I know the difference. It's like 100%.
All right. So. All right. So. All right. Now you survive round 2 without spitting up. I don't think. Hopefully nobody spits up during this. Like that'd be different. So out of your many talents, right? Seeing that did you like used to play the guitar or?
I learned to. I know how to play couple songs, but like ideally when I start to learn how to play guitar, I want to like, I'm willing to write my songs, my own. I want to do stuff like this. I want a band. I have that moment in my life. But when I start to learn the music theory, I'm just like, it's more complicated than English. And I was really intimidated by that. And I learn it. I have a teacher, and my teacher was a really metalhead guy. So he just like, he have like 8 strings guitar, like electric guitar. And there is a lot of like music theory in it. So just like, okay. I like to watch how people playing guitar, especially how they like take the notes. Like it's sometimes when it's really fast, it's just so beautiful. I don't know. It's just something that I want to do, and I believe that one day I'll come back to that because it's something great. If you play guitar, you are close to God.
Yeah, that's definitely a very crazy skill. So you don't like music out of all the arts? That's your math kind of like.
I love music. I love music. Music is amazing, but to create own music, it's. I believe you need to have not only like I want to do this and I'm willing to do it. So you need to have so much time. And I wish I would start like when I was a kid in the school. It probably like eat it information much easier, understand it much easier. But right now, it's a little bit more complicated. I believe I come back to that. I believe I find strength in me to do this again. But I love music. I like listening to music. I'm consuming right now mostly, and I sing in the shower. So
Okay.
yeah, I believe everyone is a little bit of singer, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What music are you consuming right now? Like, who's your favorite artist right now?
I'm biggest fan of British music, like indie rock music, and right now it's like the band called Nothing But Thieves. Oh God, it's a problem of everyone who learn English. Nothing But Thieves. It's a British band, indie, and Arctic Monkeys. Consistently love them, and Hurts. They are right now more became poppy, but they was as how to say that correctly? Like it's like pop music, but 80s. So it's like electric pop 80s. It was interesting. They not created anything like this, but their first album was great, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta tap into some music. I do music production, so I definitely always want to hear different sounds. That's pretty cool. So I also seen that you not only do you paint, you're like drawing also.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of like bridges the gap between like doing tattoos and painting and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was one specific drawing that I seen. I was wondering, did you still have that art book with the drawing of Rihanna in it?
Who?
Rihanna?
Rihanna, yes.
Still have that art book?
I don't have that art. If we're talking about like oldest pencil one, no, I don't. Unfortunately, it's somewhere in Ukraine. It's like in an old apartment that I lived. But yeah, I create new Rihanna. It's a little bit more my style with the heart-shaped noses. It's like part of it. But yeah, unfortunately, most of my art that you can see in our podcast on the wall behind, it's art that I create right here under influence of my husband, who just say like, just do it. And I'm like, okay, I have a time. And yeah.
And I noticed that you like transitioned from like, it seemed like you was very like passionate or like you liked the human figure at first.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like slightly transitioned to buildings. So do you feel like the human, I don't know, like is there a connection there between like you appreciating like human figures like the Greeks or something like that, and then also appreciating the architecture? Because they kind of like humans, like kind of thing.
Yeah, it's every building have a own personality, like a people, and I still like to draw people. Maybe not share as much as I used to, especially women. I believe every artist like the shape of woman bodies and stuff. So it's like. And I try to do like a fashion stuff. I try to do clothing design. So I really try to draw more figures. And during the university and institute that I have, we draw a lot of like posing people. It was a big part of how to understand that how person build the face, the body. Interesting thing. Sometimes we invite the people for posing on our art class in the university, and our teacher never invite anyone like sexy or pretty ladies. They usually invite or old gentleman who sleeps there, or a big ladies, and they wearing the swimsuits and stuff. And the main reason why it was made, because when you're a teenager, or beginning of like starting growing up, you just like, no, I want to draw something beautiful, something like this. But you never know how to you will never know how to draw correctly different types of people if you not try it. And most interesting, when you already started drawing, most interesting, it's to draw someone with the different shapes. Old people, kids, not that interesting because they're like usually like a water drop. So they just
right.
they don't have any. Sorry.
They're formless, like
Yeah,
not really.
yeah, and old people is just amazing, especially like really old with like a little hanging skin,
Yeah,
all
so
this
much detail,
wrinkles.
like-
Yeah, it's so much thing you can see, and it's beautiful when you start to look at people not like it's old, it's a man, and it's like I don't know, wearing the jacket. You start to looking, oh, his eyes like this, shape of the nose, shape of the lips. He have like a beard. He doesn't have a beard. The gray hair, and it's like it's became. You look at the people not like just to like this and this, like straight what you see, but you start to learn them. You look at the character, and you can see the, like when you see the person, you can say how this person assume how this person in life. Sometimes people look like broom, just like this, and you're like, oh, it's probably like mad person. So when you draw that, you're trying to express specifically your feeling towards what you've seen, because you like learn everything, every part of the face or body shape. It's really interesting.
Okay, that's pretty dope. That's an exquisite answer. So like you said that you tried fashion before,
Yeah.
like you was drawing like fashion figures.
Yeah.
So does that explain your shoe pictures? What is your fascination with taking pictures of shoes?
Shoes. So I understand. Then I understand what you're talking about. Well, I'm not fan of like specifically shoes or like stuff like this, but one of my work that I think you referred to, it was my diploma in a university. I do people against the fur and leather, so like support animal rights and stuff like this. And the main creation of that project was show the leather shoes and show the shade on the back. So it was like, what's is like what it is, what is it talking about, this shoes. And you can see on the back, you see the animals. So this shoes was, I don't know, the snake, or like that jacket was a lamb, or like, you know, this fur was the cheetah. Like
Right,
you can see that what's behind of it. Yeah, it looks good, it's fashion, but what's behind of it, something what was alive.
Right.
So, yeah.
That does make sense.
It's kind of like a fashion thing, but if you look a little bit behind, it's like animal rights and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right, and that's probably like connected to like your choice to be vegan also, you can say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Being vegan was before the the
okay,
project.
cool, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we do torture stuff. It's crazy when you really look at like the behind the scenes process. It is very like
I
very
can.
gruesome.
I can.
Like
I can.
it's hard to see it and then go back to eating it. Like some of the stuff is humane, because like I like to, like me myself, I like to imagine like if humans was doing that, like if it was like the human instead of like the pig or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, we're just disgusting for doing that. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's weird. That's a whole nother subject though. But so I got 2 more questions before we end it off with the last question.
Okay.
I just want to know, what do you like about quietness and tranquility? What do you like about quietness and tranquility?
Quietness, I understand the trick.
Peace.
Oh, what I think about that?
Yeah, like how do you feel about it? Is it important to you?
Outside of my brain, maybe not really, but inside, I believe it's a main thing. Live in peace with yourself, and it's not easy, but it's a good thing to start. I just don't know how to answer this question, because I don't need the peace in the world to live in the world, because it's never going to be peace in the world, you know. I don't need to world be quiet because its mean is dead. But if in my head I satisfied it with whatever I have, if I don't have any intrusive thoughts, I believe that's the peace inside and this quietness and this the feeling of, I don't know, trust to yourself, probably. That's more important because yeah, I can't control what's outside. I can go into nature, but how long I can stay without society, without all this loudness and crazy news and all of this going on, you can't. Like you still need to be at least a bit involved. There are some people who just live the city, live the society, and just go away to the forest. But I think it's to be an animal. I'm a person. I'm a human. I'm not an animal. So I'm gonna be living in the world, in the society, on all these dramas consistently, and try to do my best and trying to change the world until I can't. So.
Okay. Speaking of like changing the world, this is the last question before the final question. Do you feel like you found your life purpose?
I believe now.
So you're still looking?
I believe every time you do something, you're going to be satisfied for some amount of time. Right now, we work on a podcast. We work on our platform. And right now, it feels like everything is great, but there is always more and more goals that you want to achieve. And it never stops. And you never can say like, oh, I'm satisfied it, because if you say you're satisfied it, what's the point to leave if you not have more goals? And I believe I want to try different stuff. I want to start to do more movies, music videos. I have so much stuff that I not tried yet, or I want to try, or I want to make look good. I want to learn how to do. So probably answer no. I don't have anything like to say like I'm done. I achieved my goals. That's it. No. So much stuff to do.
So much to do.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a beautiful way to look at life, because it is a lot of things to do. You could be so many different things. So, are you ready for the last question?
Oof, yes.
Got a list here. I'm trying to see which one I want. Which one we want to do. Okay, I feel like this is a good one.
Okay.
All right. So, have you ever lied about your background talents or experiences to gain an edge in your career? And if so, unpack the lie and the consequences that you paid for doing so.
Oh, I actually can't say that. Yeah. I believe people, sometimes we need to lie. Sometimes we need the money for food. Sometimes we need to get the job. Yeah, I believe I lie consistently when I try to get the job, because sometimes I look the requirements of the job and I say like, okay, I can learn this. I kind of understand what they mean right here. And yeah, I can say that I have experience in some stuff, but
Can you detail the experience? Do you got a story? They want to know. Okay. That's fair.
So once I have a job, I must start a little bit from far away. It was my first job.
Okay.
And I have any experience in my life before of working. And I find the job of photographer on a website. I must photograph parts of the like vehicles or like some stuff for vehicles for different types. So it can be like a little piece, huge stuff, like bottles of like liquids and stuff like this. And at that moment, I have like some knowledge of photography, and I was like, okay, I can do photography. And on the interview, the owner of the business interviewed me, and he said like, well, you have experience with the lighting, right? Like set lighting. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Never had. I was like, okay, do you understand like a parts like of a car? Like you need to make the pictures of it. Like you must understand what side of it you need to photograph. And I'm like, well, if I don't know something, I know mostly. I never had a car before. I don't. Like, I don't know how to open the, like, look inside of the car, okay? And I said, like, well, I know mostly, but if something I can ask, and, like,
Right.
it's like, okay, yeah, sure. And there was a lie for a first work, and if we're talking about consequences, the first one, it was I need to learn so fast how to work with the lighting.
Right.
So fast, because they bring me a lighting, not like full set ready to work. They bring me everything just in a box, and I'm like, okay. So right now I know how to put the soft box together, and it was like the big soft box with the stick, like metal sticks that you need to put inside, and you need to like tie it out to put this in a metal. You see, I don't even know how it's called. In a metal circle that you put the lamp inside, and I just do this, and I just trying to figure it out. You just open the manual and you look how to put it together, and then I spend some time to just put one piece and just put the lights around to try to make lots of pictures. And it was really fast. And the second consequence is I don't work there more than 2 weeks.
You know, I was gonna ask what happened then, like I didn't
Because they wasn't satisfied with. They just bring me some like a huge like this stuff, like a metal. It looked like I don't know how I understand now. It was like something on the bottom of the car to put like all this dirt and gases and stuff outside. I don't know how it's called. So they bring me this thing, put me on the table like this, and I'm just like, I have no idea. I just put the arm in it, just looking around, and how I understand people around just staring at me, just like give me a side eye. It was like, what she's doing, and it was like a second week I worked there, and I said, hey guys, I'm not gonna work with you. I'm not think I'm capable to work so far away from home. So I don't know. I probably say something that I busy in a university or something because I was embarrassed that I can't figure it out the car parts so fast. But the lighting was like easy stuff, and I still use it every day.
Well, yeah, lighting is important. That's definitely helps
definitely
quality. So you made it through all 3 rounds.
Yay!
Yeah, you only had to eat 2 beans. I think they was both. Were they both?
No, one was good. One was marshmallow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So 1 for 2. So that was good. So
And I still have the aftertaste of wet dog in my mouth. So, well, I know where I come, and I know what to waiting from this.
So I thank you for coming on the platform. Is there anything
Thank
you
you.
want to let them know before you leave?
I want to appreciate your work because I believe it's a really cool show, and subscribe, watch that. It's funny and it's interesting because, well, me and my husband share something with you. And also I want to promote I'm so sorry, someone calling me. I also Oh, it's someone liking my Instagram. I'm sorry. I thought it's someone calling me.
This popular.
That's someone just liking my stories. Bye. Okay, what I'm talking about. I want to promote our Instagram page and our YouTube channel. So it's Good Soup Productions on Instagram. And you, of course, if you're going to subscribe on our Instagram, you're going to find all the links to our YouTube, but our YouTube channels, it's Good Soup After Dark. Correct? Good Soup After Dark.
That's the podcast.
A podcast, yes, with the YouTube channel. Good Soup _prod. My husband dealing with all social media. I'm not.
Yeah, we can stay there. Gotcha.
So subscribe on our podcast channel, Good Soup After Dark. We interview an artist and not only different interesting people that live around in Philly and Delaware. And our new platform calls The Recipe, where you can hear what's the artist put in their lyrics, and sometimes it's really amazing to hear how people put the words together, rhyme, all of that. It's the art. It's the great art, and you can enjoy it. And thank you very much again. It was really fun, and and I definitely gonna eat a nut after that dog.
So just one more thing, I'm gonna start a trend. Something that we're gonna keep repeating. What would you say? Give a message to your younger self.
To my younger self, don't matter what that idiot say, you're the best.
Hey, that's good enough. Thank you for coming on the platform.
Thank you. Well, I believe everyone must say something to yourself every day. Doesn't matter what they say. They not know anything. They not live your life. You're the best.
All right, I agree with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was really fun.
All right.
It was really fun.
I appreciate it. All right. Peace. Tune into the next time. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. And definitely tap into Good Soup. I'm fumbling.
Subscribe on a Good Soup too. We really appreciate it.
And then GS After Dark. You feel me? And if you in the Philadelphia area, go get your interviews. You know, they got a lot of content that they making. So definitely tap in.